quick in-depth guide for Jinhsi. Let's go. Her basic attack is a little strange because the basic attack itself is nothing special, but it's what happens after and how it continues. More about that when we get to the Forte circuit. Heavy attack, mid-air attack, and dodge counter are nothing special, but her skill Trailing Lights of Eons is pretty unique. Her skill 1 is nothing special, but when she does 4 consecutive basic attacks or uses her intro skill, another skill becomes available called Overflowing Radiance, aka her skill 2. Once you trigger her skill 2, this will put her in a mode called Incarnation. Similar to Yinlin's execution mode, there's no indication that she's in incarnation mode. The only way to tell is when she goes into this weird floaty state. Now on to her Forte circuit. While she's in her float-like state, aka incarnation mode, her skill 1 changes into her skill 3, unique only to when she's in incarnation mode. Once you perform her 4th basic attack while in incarnation mode, skill 3 will turn into skill 4. Quick note, while she's in incarnation mode, aka her float light state, her basic attack strings will not be reset upon dodging or using a skill. Also, during incarnation mode, her attacks are considered skill damage instead of basic attack damage. The final thing to know, during incarnation mode, she can dodge as many times she likes as long as you have stamina. Unison is basically a free intro out skill switch-in. You gain Unison after using her skill 4, this one right here. The cool thing about this is if your Concerto gauge is full, it will use Unison, and your Concerto gauge will remain untouched. Unison gained through her skill 4 will trigger once every 25 seconds. Incandescence is the energy used to fill up her Forte gauge. This might be a little confusing, but please bear with me. Whenever Jinhsi is in the party, you gain a permanent buff called Eris in Unity. Eris in Unity provides 2 effects. Jinhsi will gain 1 incandescence whenever anyone in your party inflicts elemental damage, but also you gain 2 points of incandescence from characters who inflict damage on the enemy using coordinated attacks. Yinlin, Mortefi, and Verena are prime examples of characters who attack using coordinated attacks. These effects can be triggered once every 3 seconds, but if you trigger her outro skill, this is significantly reduced and it can be triggered once every 1 second. Her ultimate Purge of Light deals spectral damage and can be cast mid-air. Her intro skill does damage and is one of the other ways to unlock her skill 2. Her inherent skill are nothing special. Converge Flash increases her intro skill's damage, but her inherent skill Radiant Surge does change what Echo main stats you want to run. Her level of priority in my opinion is Forte Circuit, Resonance Skill, Normal Attack, Resonance Liberation, and Intro Skill. Let's get into the Echoes. For her cost 4 Echoes, Jue will be her best in slot. If you don't have a good Jue yet, running Ice is perfectly fine. Main stats you're looking for are crit rate and crit damage. For her cost 3 Echoes, main stats you're looking for are spectral damage and attack percent split, since Jinhsi already gets a good amount of spectral damage from her inherent skill Radiant Surge. Your cost 1 Echo should be attack percent. Sonata effect Celestial Light of course. Substats you'd want are crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and skill damage. Stats like resonance, liberation damage, and energy regen are lower in the priority list in my opinion. Weapon time. Her best in slot weapon is Aegis of Harvest. If you pull for Jinyan's weapon, Verdant Summit, that works too. Lustrous Razor from the standard banner is good too. Some free-to-play options are Helios Cleaver or Broad Blade number 41. If you're really down bad or just hate rich people, the 3-star Broad Blade of Night is good I guess. Now time for the team builds. The best teammates I'm finding the most success personally is Verena and Wanwu. Wanwu can be replaced with Yinlin or Mortefi since Jinhsi loves working with coordinated attackers. If you're looking for something more bursty, Taochi is a great option. Verena can be swapped for Baiji if you hate kids. Now time for her skill rotations. Her skill rotations are nothing too crazy, so no big skill montage for this video. Only thing you need to know is this combo string and then switch it up to whatever you like.
Our lights shine through. Oh, stars, heed my calling.
Now this is Jinhsi opening up with her intro skill and skipping the complete beginning of her combo.
Imitation. Take our lights shine through. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice.
Joint operation.
This is a given, but you should always open up with your Echo, especially running Jue. I hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.